All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again, man. Now look, Eve breaks silence. Stevie J and Diddy ruined her life. Jay-Z threatened her. Goes viral. Now look, some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not. Back in the day, there was a you know what tape of Eve and I believe Stevie J that came out. And a lot of people were saying, I wonder if Diddy was in the corner, if Diddy was recording and just sitting in the corner. I do know they were together, right? If anybody can help me out in the comments, I'm trying to remember if Stevie J and Eve were together. I think they were. And a tape came out about them. So now they say, Eve is talking. So, hey, appreciate all the love and support with you guys coming over. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
My man would never break the law. we don't do that. We're law-abiding citizens.
Oh my God.
That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is another crucifixion of a black legend.
Now we get why Stevie J has been out here supporting Diddy. Because just like Diddy and Jay-Z, he's got Diddy-like skeletons in his closet. And they are humongous skeletons, especially the ones involving Eve.
You good at making tapes. You know the tapes that you made before in the past that made the internet. I'm not going to speak on that, Mighty. Not at all. You understand? Because it's got a young lady that's doing her thing in it, and she don't need to be spoken on. But, everybody who knows what I'm talking about, they know the tapes that made the internet with Stevie J before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for him to come to Puff Defense, you don't have nothing.
I went through a depression. I was drinking a lot, and trying to bury emotions, I think.
Also, did Jay-Z's team call Eve and tell her to clean up that little mess she made, mentioning him like that in her memoir?
Because I saw the headline.
Yeah.
And was like,
I got a phone call.
Right, and then I read the book and was like, yeah, that's not.
You see how quick they be? So she write a book or that's why I said you got to put the book out before, they can get to you. But she got a phone call.
Not how this is worded.
No.
Child, with everything that Jay-Z has on his hands right now, Eve should probably be the least of his worries. And he should be directing that energy somewhere else. Like, to his wife possibly leaving him and the feds going after him. Anywho, recently Eve released her memoir, Who's That Girl? And obviously touched on a lot of things that happened throughout her music career and after. Well, we all know what a big part of her life Stevie J was, and by extension, Diddy. And just like the other relationships both these men have had, the one with Eve ended really bad. The thing is, Stevie J and Eve started dating sometime in the 90s, and truth be told, when they were together, they were one of the hottest celebrity couples. But behind the scenes, Eve was enduring a lot of pain.
It wasn't good.
What the hell? What does Stevie J do? Is he a rapper, singer, producer? I don't know what he does.
Because here is this person I thought was the love of my life was just so unsupportive. There's just so much competition.
Eve was 19 years old when she met and began to date Stevie J. And things went well, and Eve fell in love so hard that she made one of her biggest hits to date, Got a Man, to tell the world how in love she had fallen. Eve even referred to Stevie J as her first love. But it didn't take too long before she learned that the producer was cheating on her with several women. One of them possibly being Mimi Faust, since it's been confirmed that Mimi has been in Stevie J's life for at least 15 years. It was also rumored that Stevie J's love of unprotected intercourse caused him to burn many women, not only emotionally, but physically, by transmitting STDs. And these are some of the reasons many think Eve finally left, allegedly, besides just learning about all the other women. Now, while Eve and Stevie J dated, they also made a tape. And unfortunately for Eve, the tape fell into the wrong hands, and Eve was blackmailed by an unknown person for a large amount of money. While many have said for years that the tape was given to the blackmailer by Stevie J, Eve said in her version of Behind the Music that it had actually been a former girlfriend who sold the tape. This is something that Stevie J also said, but many people still believe he is responsible and was the one who leaked the tape.
Original Dre female rapper type.
Yeah.
Know what else she was original?
What?
Original tape.
Oh,
I mean, why you even bringing that up?
You was one of the first.
them radio, I tell you, those people be like Like they're probably having a great conversation, and then boom, he had to shake the room up.
That's myself.
I know nobody put out their
yes,
sex
they
tape
did.
themselves.
They all the rest of them did. All
the rest of them have
did.
Phil
Put out the tape. I don't.
Stevie J.
Stevie J.
Why y'all just starting? I don't know.
You know damn well Stevie J put that mother effing tape out.
Regardless, it was a terrible time for Eve, and the entire relationship was just toxic. Eve actually talked about wishing she had spoken up and stood up for herself when she was younger, and this is what she said. When I was younger, I didn't question things, but now I am annoying. If you feel like you are being lied to, speak up. If you feel like sex is trying to push you too fast, speak up. And let me tell you something, anybody that knows your worth will stick around. They might not talk to you about it, but if they argue with you, or if they call you a name, or if they roll out, they are not meant to be in your life anyways. Well, while promoting her memoir, Eve has been talking about her past, and one thing that's clear is that she actually regrets dating Stevie J. For instance, Eve stopped at Hot 97, and she opened up about her relationship with British entrepreneur Maximilian Cooper. She also answered more questions about her ex-boyfriend Stevie J and his VH1 show. And Eve said, I have not watched it. What can I say? I was young and dumb. My mom texted me and was like, you dodged a bullet with that one. Yes, Eve did dodge a bullet with Stevie J. But we also cannot deny that he ruined her life before she actually got out of that relationship.
She lost weight. She lost her hair.
It was probably the worst I've ever seen her before.
I just wanted to make sure everybody was happy. And I was so emotionally depleted, and it all just kind of fell on me.
Now, allegedly, all these things Stevie J was doing to Eve were heavily influenced by his connection to Diddy. You all know what they say about birds of a feather, right? And if there's one thing we have figured out, it's that Stevie J and Diddy are cut from the same cloth. As a matter of fact, Stevie J has actually done a few things to show his support for Diddy. One of them being having posted a video that appeared to be from Diddy's 50th birthday party in December 2019 to show what a real Diddy party actually looked like. Well, he also deleted that post not so long ago. Maybe because we actually now know what a real Diddy party actually looks like. This is also the same person who said that he and Diddy are law-abiding citizens and that his homeboy would never do the things he's being accused of.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that.
Did he come out and say something about the tape about Cassie?
I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about.
You know, Stevie J was actually present when Diddy's houses were being raided, and he shared his firsthand knowledge about the force federal agents used during the raids, saying that the feds barged in, aimed at him, and ordered him outside with his hands up, and then they put him in handcuffs during the search. And he said he saw agents leave with a single bag filled with potential evidence. Well, according to most people, the only reason why Stevie J was defending Diddy so hard was because he knew he was in those tapes from the freak-offs that were recovered.
He gets on here and he want to defend Diddy, defend him. You might be on some of them tapes. 9 times out of 10, you good at making tapes. You know the tapes that you made before in the past.
Remember, Stevie J also got quite the mention in Diddy's lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, where he said that Lil Rod directed Stevie J and his son Justin Combs to recruit the ladies for his parties. And in Justin's case, he was instructed to find the younger ones to attend the parties. Lil Rod even included screenshots of Justin attending the parties with Diddy. And in the photos, there were girls who clearly looked like they were too young to be at those parties. Elsewhere, the lawsuit also claimed that Diddy showed X-rated material to Lil Rod that allegedly showed Stevie J with another man. According to what Lil Rod said, Diddy said it was normal practice in the music industry, and he was like, look, even Stevie J is doing it. Lil Rod also claimed that Stevie J sent him threatening messages after he attempted to voice his frustration over not being paid for his contribution to Diddy's Love album. So yeah, it's very possible that the things he did to Eve were heavily influenced by Diddy, and possibly also by his other good friend, Jay-Z. Anyway, something else that came up in the book was Eve recalling a phone call from Jay-Z where he tried to temper her expectations when it came to her debut album. She says in there that Jay straight up told her that female rappers don't really do that well on the day her 99 project arrived. She also talks about a label exec who even went so far as to tell her that she should give up and get pregnant. Throughout the book, Eve also disclosed that she had to deal with plenty of doubters when it came to executives who continually disrespected her. And naturally, since she talked about the phone call with Jay-Z,
and see, when they say stuff like that, what they're really saying is if you want to move up quicker, you're going to have to do something strange for some change. That's what they really saying. Because Eve was a dope artist. Like she, you know, she had some bars, you know. So I'm like when she was on the scene, she was like, yeah, she was the you know what. She had it.
People assumed that Jay was one of the people who continually disrespected her. Now, I don't know if Jay-Z threatened her for putting that in the book, like followers said, but when she appeared on The Breakfast Club, Eve said that when Jay-Z called her to tell her that female artists don't make it, he didn't have bad intentions. Eve does say that she was hesitant to put this in the book because she knows how people are and that people would take it and run with it. And she also said that there wasn't anything bad in what he said and that it was an amazing call. According to her, Jay-Z wasn't saying it in malice or to be mean because there was actually some truth to what he was saying, and she felt like he was trying to temper her expectations.
Another good part in the book is, unbeknownst to Jay-Z, he put a battery in your back.
Yeah.
Early.
Yes. It's funny because that was one of those things that we were like, do we put this in there? Because I know how people get, but it's nothing bad about that.
I didn't think so.
You know, it's one of those things where it was a very amazing phone call that I needed. That was one of those, I always felt like I was the underdog anyway. And he wasn't saying it out of malice or mean. That wasn't about that. It was facts. Really.
It felt like he was trying to temper your expectations.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But I was like, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna show you.
Well, now people are saying that Jay-Z's team or Jay himself was the one who called Eve and told her to fix it. And I can actually see where they're coming from because Eve did say that she got a phone call. I know that because during a recent interview with Ebro, Eve once again addressed media headlines that suggested Jay-Z was attempting to discourage her through the conversation, stating, if you read the chapter, it is so not like that. And I didn't think in that moment that that man was trying to discourage me. After Ebro chimed in, stating that it seemed to him as if Jay-Z was simply trying to make her aware of what the challenges were at the time, Eve vehemently agreed and added, for me, I took it as, okay, I hear you, but also, let me see. Ebro then went on to suggest that he was confused after seeing the headlines because they seemed to be painting a different story from what was actually in the book, prompting Eve to respond, yeah, I got a phone call. She also said that she was happy Ebro brought up the topic and gave her an opportunity to clarify things once more, as she believes her words were purposely misconstrued for clickbait, adding, Jay has always been the biggest supporter of who he supports. It was nothing like that. Honey, Eve may say whatever she wants, but the fact that she admitted that she got a phone call made some people believe that she may have been threatened by Jay and told to say that Jay has always been the big supporter.
I'm so happy you said that. Thank you.
Well, because I saw the headline.
Yeah.
It was like,
I got a phone call.
right, and then I read the book and was like, yeah, that's not how this is worded. at
No,
all.
and I wanted to make sure I was like, nah, man, when I'm out here talking about it, like Jay is always been the biggest supporter of who he supports. Like, you know, so yeah, nah, it was nothing like that. And it's such a small piece of a chapter.
No, it's one line. It's one sentence, I think.
It's one sentence.
one sentence.
Oh my
It's
God,
not
thank
even-
you.
And
People
Seriously.
can't even spend the time.
Okay, Eve, that's you, girl. But what do you guys think? Given all the stories we've heard about Jay-Z sabotaging and blacklisting female artists, is it possible that he did the same to Eve? Do you believe she was threatened by Jay-Z to go back on her word? Also, what are your thoughts on what Eve went through with Stevie J? Did that relationship
It's really hard giving a lot of these people in the industry the benefit of the doubt. What the hell is this title? My whole thing is, it's so easy. Like, I mean, whoever released that tape of her, they know what they did. She probably knows who it was. And, you know, maybe there's more tapes. I don't know. But like I said, when a lot of these artists, you know, are putting their trust in people around them, you know, they become very vulnerable, especially when people have bad intentions. So, I mean, you can believe what you want to believe. That's where my mind goes as far as like, maybe this stuff is true, maybe it ain't. But I'm not finna sit up here and act like it's not possible that they could have maybe some more stuff on her that she may be afraid of. You know, she seemed like she may be trying to make a comeback. So, I mean, because I'm pretty sure she probably knows a lot that was going on. I mean, you could try to distance yourself, but I feel like you can only distance yourself so much. You know, being connected with Stevie J, and if she's having good things to say about Jay-Z, and it seems like the whole world is saying otherwise, I mean, you can pretty much, you know, what they say, the math ain't mathing. Hey, comment below on what y'all think. Like I said before, man, Eve was she was dope. Like, I mean, back in the day, you had her, Foxy Brown, Little Kim. Yeah, I don't really remember Eve like being like all like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Like Little Kim was wild like that, but I don't think Eve was, you know. She was really with the bars. Comment below. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching. Peace out.